Hey guys, what is up? So, I'm going to be reviewing the Super Bowl. Now, I understand by the time this video comes out, it was at least a week and a half ago. But I haven't been uploading lately. I've been trying to get the same video out. I'm probably going to end up reducing it from 1080p to 720p. It's probably out already by the time this comes out. Um, it's just with my bad internet, it refuses to upload. So I'm gonna have to try something and get that going. So I got my prediction wrong. The New England Patriots ended up beating the Los Angeles Rams in Super Bowl 53, and that gives me a playoff record of 6-5. Yes, more rights than wrongs, but that does give me a Super Bowl record of 0-1. Now, here's the thing. Did I enjoy watching the Super Bowl? A little bit, some parts. And here's the thing. It was a very much a defensive game, right? So here's the thing. We are so used to having high scoring games. The average score in the NFL this year was 26-23. Like, it's, and that's the thing. 26-23, that's like what, 49 points? 49 points scored in a game. Like, we're used. Look, I know that smells good, but come on. Alright, we're so used to having high scoring games that we have a game like this where defense just like reigns supreme and the offenses can't do anything, that we're just like, it sucks. I do think we're spoiled and we have the high scoring games and all that stuff. Oop, let me get back in frame. So we are kind of spoiled in that aspect where, like, we're used to it. That's it. We're used to a high scoring game. We're used to, the offenses throwing for, 300 yards, rushing for, they get 450, 500 total yards of offense. And then, like, that's the thing. We get a game like this. And I think it could have been different if the defenses were like getting turnovers more often. Like, let's say Goff threw 3 picks, Brady threw 3 picks. You had a couple fumbles on each side. Like, if there had been multiple turnovers, because the defense was actually making them, possibly it could have been more exciting. Because then you even get, like, I wasn't yawning before I started recording. Alright, so you have, like, if someone gets a turnover and they're returning it, or the other way, that's the fumble, and they pick it up and they run with it. It's that kind of thing where it's just like exciting. This, you had some pass breakups, and let me think. Stephon Gilmore got a pick. I think the Rams got a pick as well. I can't remember who would have picked it off, though. Oh my god, I remember the play. Hogan couldn't catch it, and it was tipped and picked off by a Rams defender. I can't remember who picked it off. I can't remember who picked it. But, I think if there had been more plays, more exciting plays, it could have been a better Super Bowl. Now, here's actually the thing. I was in like one of those, like you buy the squares. Now, this is just a small one. You get 2 squares for $5. At the end of the first, the winner gets 50. then a 75 at the end of the half, 50 at the end of the third, and 75 at the end of the fourth quarter. So, the Rams went to go kick a field goal. Had they made the field goal, I would have won $75. Because I had 3 for the Patriots and 6 for the Rams as one of my squares. As one of my 4 squares. Like, I literally could have had $75. And Zerline missed. It was a $75 kick. If they make it, it goes to me. If they don't make it, it goes to the person who actually ended up getting it. And I was so ticked off. I'm like, you know what? Even if the Rams don't win, like, come on. Give me the $75. No. So, I don't know. And obviously it sucks. No one, unless you're a Patriots fan, you don't want to see the Patriots win the Super Bowl. So, yeah, and then it also sucks because now they have 6 Super Bowl wins, which ties the Steelers for most in NFL history. But yeah, I mean, the Rams, I don't know why. They tried running it. It's weird because, yeah, Todd Gurley, when he got his chances, wasn't great. But you didn't try running it enough. I think Todd Gurley only had, 15 carries? Something like that. Like, you didn't run it enough. And because you didn't run it enough, Goff wasn't able to pass down the field. So, I mean, the Patriots, they do what they do. I mean, even when I did the simulation on Madden, which is already uploaded once you guys see this. That's the one that refuses to upload. But even that said, the Patriots were going to win. And the funny thing is, Brady's first pass now ended up being the first play of the game, but Brady's first pass in the simulation was picked off by Mark Barron. Brady's first pass in the Super Bowl was picked off. What are the odds? But it also said Brandon Cooks was going to catch like a huge touchdown. And that didn't end up happening. So, yeah. I was very disappointed that the Patriots won. I was very disappointed I didn't win any money. I was very disappointed overall. It was cool to see it with my family. But yeah, it was disappointing because I was just like this, like everyone else, just like not on your feet, like what's gonna happen next? No, it was here. Hold on, I can lock this thing and it will, or unlock it and I can lean back, and you're just like laying there, like, please, somebody do something. You didn't care whether it was offense or defense, just somebody do something. Yeah, it was unbelievable how low scoring that is. And actually, that's the lowest scoring Super Bowl in NFL history. The one before it was 21 points where the Vikings beat the Dolphins, I think. It was either the Vikings beat the Dolphins or the Dolphins beat the Vikings. And the score was 14-7. I think it was the Dolphins beat the Vikings. It was 14-7. And even if the Rams had made that field goal, it still would have been the lowest scoring game in Super Bowl history. But now, this is 16 points were scored, which is absolutely insane. Usually we've seen one team dominate Super Bowl 48 where the Seahawks dominated the Broncos, or we see an absolute shootout. Let me think. What was an absolute? I mean, Super Bowl 43 was a shootout with the Cardinals and the Steelers. Then you had comebacks like the Patriots did against the Falcons. Patriots Eagles. Super Bowl 52. That was kind of a shootout. But yeah, it's absolutely insane. What a low scoring game it was. And then I thought they were going to do something completely different with the halftime show. Like, I thought they were actually going to sing Sweet Victory, not just have the voice of Squidward talk a little. They put the animation, put Squidward, and, and then perform. No, I actually thought they were going to do some with Sweet Victory. And, like, someone, like, cut and spliced and all this other crap and edited out, like, what it could have looked like, and it was really, really good. You guys could just go type it right above. Or right above. That way. Just, like, right in that little search bar. SpongeBob Super Bowl halftime show should have. Or possibility, I don't know. How could it have happened? Or how should it have happened? But there's, like, different stuff like that. So, yeah, guys, go check stuff like that out. I've seen a couple myself. They were really, really, really cool. I liked them. And that's the thing. I even saw, like, on Twitter, day of the Super Bowl, like a few hours before, that reporters were able to see through like glass or like a window or something of the stadium, and they could see SpongeBob when they zoomed all the way in on the camera. So I honestly thought they were going to do something really, really, really cool in that, or they were going to, and it was a possibility, and they cut it out. They could have cut it out of the show. I don't know, but it was disappointing to see how that turned out, because I grew up watching SpongeBob. I was 2 years old when SpongeBob was made. I was born in 97. SpongeBob came out in 99. So I was 2 years old when SpongeBob came out. And I watched it my entire life. And, to hear that the creator died, I was, super sad about it. And then, Maroon 5's going to do something. And, man, they dropped the ball on that one. Gotta say, that was not what I thought it was gonna be. Okay, so enough of that. So yeah, that was the Super Bowl. I picked the Rams. Patriots won. Boo. So that's going to be the last prediction video of the season, or I guess last review of the season. This isn't a prediction, it's a review. So I am going to be doing some off-season stuff, like team needs for the Steelers, draft possibilities, stuff like that, free agency possibilities. Guys who I would want to see on the team, doesn't matter if it's realistic or not. If I want to trade Artie Burns for, straight up for Luke Kuechly, I know that won't happen, and I'm not going to do that either. I'm going to try to make them at least somewhat realistic, but I don't want people saying, hey, that would never happen. Guess what? I don't care. That's what I think. But it's just going to be cool little stuff, what they need to do to try to improve this offseason. So, that's it. That's all I got. So if you guys like this video, please leave a like. If you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button and turn notifications on. And I will see you guys next video. Later.
Once I was 7 years old, Mama told me, go make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. Once I was 7 years old.